Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Hopefully it loads this time.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Oh wow. It is very pretty.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Oh.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Is that what I think it is?
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Liyue's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Seriously, Paimon?
It's all right. I like direct people.
Great.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get?
Whole stack of Mora, please. I need the Mora for Ascension.
One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much Mora a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one.
I don't know about this. Also, I wanna just drink that book.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission.
Ah.
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot.
Ew.
But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to.
No Geo Shield, it looks like. It's just an Electro and... Okay, so I can use Chi-Chi to break the Electro Shield. Here goes nothing.
Written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
You'll get frostbite.
Eyes on me!
I was looking for a counter there, but oh well. Oh hey, look, Geo.
Give up.
Decided by destiny.
Damn it.
Rise. The boombox of a death It's no.
I slipped up. This is trouble.
You're my big mom.
Can't even hit me. Beto stands too low when she attacks.
Don't waste my time.
Let's end this quickly. I guess this is it.
More? Yep, more.
Shouldn't get careless.
Chi-Chi does a surprising amount of damage, by the way.
Shadows. Snow.
Bye. Ah.
Not breaking a sweat.
Give up.
Get out of my way.
Back off! Power the ended light up! Decided by destiny! Life goes on. You're my
This is found. My work. Finished.
I'll do that later.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
I think they're trying to reproduce the talisman.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where?
You know the giant Adepti gates where they were sealing, where the Moon Carver was, and where Mountain Shaper was, and where Cloud Retainer was before he went into Cloud Retainer's domain? That was the giant sigil.
Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
You didn't make that connection, but you made that connection, so.
But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious.
Because it's not just a relic.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Business people are always friendly when it comes to their interests.
Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing.
You would think that there'd be 7 members of the Qixing, no? Because, you know, 7 Qi.
Although she's friendly, There's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
She is highly intelligent.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
I wonder why they're talking so much about the Jade Chamber. Are they going to shatter it somehow?
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Mora.
Why, Mora, of course.
Knew it.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
Well, duh, they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Now they're trying to reproduce the Sigil of Permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Those are very rare.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
So you need me to sing?
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
I can hold the tune.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Oh hey, there's a Geoculus I haven't collected yet.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
I did not expect them to actually sing.
What happened?
Ah!
These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Damn it! Sing a song of six times, the pocket's full of die.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Perfect counter!
Eyes on me! Give up.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flowers put up quite the fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
They all disintegrated already, John Lee.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
They've already disintegrated.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Probably not.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
Ganyu!
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Yanggu. It's Ganyu.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Really good.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
No, you did not. Sorry, goat girl.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
I guess it was our fault for not asking?
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Whoop.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Ah,
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry, we shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
so does that mean Venti is the only one left?
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Venti!
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
That's true.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Could you not tell by the horns?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
So you're half Qilin, that explains the horns. I don't want to say this because that's actually really rude.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
Yep-de-doo.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
Yeah, thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
He seems suited for working in agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already.
Ah, again, suspicious hair.
Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time.
What's up with this eyeliner, though? Like, I want that.
So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Let's go. They want us to go there? Okay. I'm a little bit skeptical about that, though.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
My god.
This
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing.
I mean, it's fair.
She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
We can't just stand by and watch.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
That's for sure.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
He just disappeared.
Connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Yeah, that's why you don't interact with them.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
You know, Mr. More Money Than Sense. Child.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him.
Yeah, we beat him up.
He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now?
Golden House?
Where would he go at a time like this?
Follow me. Probably something. Recommended party level. Oh no. Something's gonna happen. I don't like what's gonna happen. Okay. I have my elite team. Let's go. Try hard time.
Wow! This is the Golden House?
Mm-hmm.
It looked impressive enough from the outside,
Oh.
but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora.
Exactly. So much we can steal.
This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
If that were easy, this place would have been emptied a long time ago.
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
But there's so much Mora!
But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
Yep.
Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
We better check the Exuvia first. Something is definitely amiss.
Right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Millilith.
Uh-oh.
Millilith.
smells trouble.
TH sound, not F sound.
Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
Child's in here, isn't he? He's gonna try and yoink the Gnosis. He's gonna yoink the Gnosis. Oh no. No. Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
That child.
So why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
Child.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like I was just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location,
I wanna beat you up.
don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Knock him down.
Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
First off, the Mora comes from Rex Lapis.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
Well, duh.
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
My duty to make sure your ass is beat.
She will get that which she desires.
I won't allow you to get anywhere near the Exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway.
You lie.
The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you.
Don't hold back.
The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
So am I, but like,
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
I have a feeling that's gonna happen a whole lot more, Paimon.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I can never defeat you. You're completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
Let's go. And hey, let's eat some food before we do it too. I botched a whole bunch of Death's Temptation for this exact
chance
reason.
is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me. And don't you dare disappoint!
Woo!
Don't waste my time.
A clear shot!
Whoa, that's a whole ass whale.
It's nothing.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, damn. What was that?
Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
Faster?
Haha,
Okay, faster.
good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough.
Don't waste.
Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Chunk you.
What's wrong?
Does he have Electro now? What's going on?
No use hiding back there. Got you. You've got some skills.
Ah, great. Nice try, but no.
Give up.
What?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Two elements at once?
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now.
Huh, no gnosis. So it really is Zhongli.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Hydro and Electro together. It's weird. What? Ask. Dang, that's cool.
Not bad.
And suddenly he has a Batman voice.
This is going to cost you!
It's gonna cost you. Paimon, you can float, bro. Chunky.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. And the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
Take it?
Don't waste my
Eh, good enough. No wall. Huh? Not another whale, not another whale, not another whale, not another whale. Great. The food wore off. Whoa.
Die here.
Ah, my god.
We are all but gone. Not bad. Back at ya.
Faster.
What is he doing?
Faster.
Oh.
Let me scry. Let me scry.
Good thing Mona taunt.
Orders given. Orders received. Wow. Fast.
Written in the stars.
Die here.
Don't waste my time.
Gotcha!
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
My god.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
We're gradually restoring my former power.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
Thus, it's Zhongli.
What? So you mean that...
The corpse was fake.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts.
Duh.
As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
Okay, you're officially done, buddy.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since.
Don't you dare.
If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
Possibly.
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Yep.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
I saw your research with my own eyes.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
I'm ready to beat a bitch. I'm fucking ready to beat a bitch. Don't you dare, my favorite domain is there. What the what?
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
We're not gonna stand idly by, that's for sure.
He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on?
I don't like this one bit. This ain't good. Oh no.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Xiao.
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
Especially against that giant thing.
Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
Let's stop talking and start killing.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Madame Ping is here too. She's an
We've
Adepti.
already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Let's go.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa! Fatui!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin Ballista!
Let's go, Kuching. Not these more these assistant mages.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Gotcha.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one
They're only
see
level
what you're made of
71.
then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Come on, Beto. We got this.
It isn't time to sit back.
Give us. Your life is mine.
Where are the rest of them? There they are. Come on, Mono.
Shadows of fate.
Shouldn't get careless.
Give us.
Bye.
Fate is upon you.
You can't run. Well, miscalculated.
Any more? Where are they?
That is Osial's divine power.
Oh no 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 no! Oh no 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 no! I am not ready for
Be
that.
careful not to get hit.
Hit by what? Ah! Now's not the time.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Mechanized diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
You got that right, Ningguang.
Delve into destiny.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't look!
What do you want to say? We can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is special energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's not a pink shockwave! This granny's really strong!
It isn't time for a break yet.
Back it!
My orders have been finished.
Give us.
Miscalculated.
I don't like this one bit. The first ballista is like almost gone.
This quickly.
Orders given. Orders. With the blood of the Chilian, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
The basic Bugani's like in a fight!
That's for sure. Ah, didn't get hit by that one.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
No, we ain't. It's fine. Where are the rest of the Fatui? What am I supposed to do now? Okay, launch rocks at it. I will launch rocks at it.
Child, you're strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Ho-ho! I'm overpowered! Doesn't matter if I get shield bonus now. I can just deal damage.
Take this! Eyes on me! Don't waste my time. Your life is mine. Over here.
Now that's what I call overkill.
I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
Ah!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Orders given. Orders received.
Where are they?
Written in the stars. Give up.
Damn it, I got frozen.
Your life is mine.
Where's the counter?
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Yes.
Right on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
Looks like I went too far.
Where are they? Is that it? That's it! Thank goodness we didn't have to fight any skirmishers. Those things are just, ugh.
The
The
interlopers
ancients,
are
really.
no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Let's go. What? What kind of Lux ultimate is that? 10,000 AP.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
No, 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 no. Better not be happening.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
Oh my god.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh. Oh my god. Why is the battle music still playing? We're in the loading screen. What?
Is it finally over?
Looks like it.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there's discord between the Guardians and those who are meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land?
She is
I'm sure you
Catalyst
must
user.
have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Senora!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
Stink Coochie.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
I want to beat him up, huh?
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Republicans said when they were voting for Trump 2020.
The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Signora and Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
You aren't gonna just hand over the Gnosis, are you?
What in the world are you talking about?
Don't. I'ma beat your ass too, okay?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
No.
How sanctimonious.
I did have my suspicions. I didn't think you would just hand it over.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
And I want to see you dead, Signora. With your stupid little catalyst, and I'm gonna give it to Ningguang.
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So were you satisfied?
Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning.
So you give it away to the Tsaritsa.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I still don't understand why you would give your Gnosis away to the Tsaritsa.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler.
No thank you for you making the Tsaritsa stronger for me to fight in late game.
These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
You wanted to seal the fucking Gnosis for yourself, child.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Stop with your poetic words, Senor. I still want to beat your face.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
I sees it and you was stupid.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Seems to be some tension between the Fatui Harbingers.
Now,
I like how the Traveler's just looking at her while she's
is there
stressed
anything
away.
else you wish to ask me?
What could possibly be worth a Gnosis?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing. However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You're not going to tell us, okay. Time to beat everyone's ass here. I'm just gonna pop, 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 and they're gonna all die. You wanted your godhood to end? I'll make it end right here.
Decided by destiny. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
You forgot Ganyu.
Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? as we build a new age of prosperity.
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
She's also extremely short.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Can you capture Zhongli and Child for me, please? I wanna...
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Yes. Yes. And that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. This was a very long episode.